for all you multi-talented, multitasking, multi-everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless, we will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zoa. No applause? You're all fired.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money. Are you ready? They are ready. Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here this morning.
It's always a good time.
That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good.
Very good.
Coming in hot, Jimmy, coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Good morning, America. I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be there.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in.
That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, Lara, Ginger. Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money. Are you ready? They are ready. Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here this morning.
It's always a good time.
That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good.
Very good.
Coming in hot, Jimmy, coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Good morning, America. I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be there.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in.
That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, Lara, Ginger.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Well, hello to you, and you. Welcome into another edition of Braylon's Virtual Tour Live. Glad to have all of you here. Y'all, I got a good one for you this evening. And let me tell you, this is why I love our people. When we don't see what we want, we go after it. So with that being said, higher is waiting, low is available. But either way, we are live on tour. Let me take down this iconic intro here. Yes, indeed. You see that overlay right there. Now, let me take down this banner for a minute here. This show is called Checkpoint. I actually discovered this show just by browsing YouTube, making it do what it do. And you see I am subscribed, because what you guys are going to see tonight, I truly do believe is the future of Black geek, nerd, and fandom entertainment. I truly, truly do. This show gives me Game Farm from Nickelodeon Gas. It gives me G4. It gives me, man, how can I put this? It gives me, you guys remember when Best Buy had like Reward Zone magazine and stuff like that? Nintendo Power, the game magazine era of video games. It gives me all of that. So this show definitely got next in the geek, nerd, and creator economy space. So with that being said, let me take down this overlay here so we can get to it. I am genuinely excited to cover this with you guys here. So you see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music? Yes, you do. And then there is me. Hey, everybody. Welcome in. Glad to have all of you here. I am too excited about this. So let's get to it. So I'm going to introduce you to the host of the show. So I'm going to start off with this here. So this brother's name is Ronnie, right? He's known as 8-Bit Closed Fist, and he's got 70,000 followers on TikTok. He's got 28,100 followers on Instagram, and so he posts many opinions, right, about video games. So his name is, so like I said, his name is sorry, y'all. Give me a moment here. Give me a moment. So his name is Ronell Crawford. So this is Ronell Crawford's Instagram here. Just want to show this off that he's been out here doing this thing. And he also was a panelist at Comic-Con. First-time panelist. Which, I mean, come on. I mean, like I said, I remember when Comic-Con was on G4. And yes, we are going to talk about G4 here in just a little bit, because it has a very foundational component to what we are going to be seeing here today. So yes, indeed. So this is Ronald's Instagram here. So yes, indeed. So yep, this is him right here. Yes, indeed. This man needs no introductions. Meet, follow 8-Bit, host of 8-Bit Closed Fist, where he shares insights and thought-provoking conversations with the gaming community about the latest changes and shifts that are constantly shaking up the gaming space. When he's not working on those items, he's busy building up one half of the amazing Checkpoint_show, creating community conversations around gaming content that speaks to culture, identity, authenticity, and also helps create some of the best gaming parties in LA. So that's Ronell Crawford there. Now this sister right here, her name is, her nickname is Lex, but her name is Alexis Ain, and she is a host, model, gamer, anime lover. And listen, she did that thing. Finish her. Yes, we like this, okay? And then of course right here, this is her as Starfire from Team Titans here. I just love us. I really do. I really love us. So it is so cool. So she was at the Anime Expo not too long ago. Just a beautiful sister, as y'all can see right there. Just genuinely stunning. So yes, indeed there. So this is her Instagram here. And of course, she was with Donkey Kong. Oh my God. Just the fluidity of Donkey Kong. Like that's DK in real life. Like that's no joke. Oh my God. Hello Kitty. Yoshi. That barrel sundae is something. My Lord. Okay. And those eyes are piercing my soul. I'm here for it. Child, just it is something about geeks knowing geeks. Okay, so this is Alexa's Instagram or Lex's Instagram here. So beautifully curated here. So these are the hosts of the show, and then this is their Instagram here. 755 followers. I am following it, so this is where they will post updates about the show. So yes, indeed. So all right, so with that being said, let's get to it. So this is the episode that I saw right here. So here we go. Now we'll be pausing it to give commentary, but believe me, it's just fantastic. So here we go.
Oh my God. Do y'all know where he is?
No.
No? Oh, we're not. I'm gonna have to leave this episode. So run him. Where have you been?
Oh, let me refresh so y'all can see it clearly.
Oh my God. Do y'all know where he is?
No.
No? Oh, we're not. I'm gonna have to leave this episode. So run him. Where have you been?
I was pouring one out
For
for E3.
what the hell?
R.I.P.
What? Oh my God. What are you talking about? Are you okay?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered here today to mourn our fallen brother, E3.
Is this it?
We all have shared such treasured memories with him, making us proud to be gamers. The booths, the demos, the announcements, an entire event meant to celebrate gaming, build community, and say to the investors, see, they'd buy this. But since it's dead, nothing has been the same. Gamers lost a piece of our identity. Others have tried, but there hasn't been a gaming event nearly as special as the great E3.
No, there's like Summer Games Fest, Game Awards.
Nothing. I mean,
Now I have to tell you, this looks like a brother-sister relationship, but really this looks like a hubby-wife type of thing. Like, hey, here's the thing. Ronell gives me Braylon Lee energy because it's like, listen, Ronell is that nerd, and I remember E3. And she like, there's other things that exist. It's like, no, it's E3 or nothing. So I love the fact that the opening is like, it's been too long since one of my best friends has not been here. And just the pure disrespect, the dichotomy of these two. I'm loving it. Let's keep going.
nothing was the same. I mean, others have tried, but there hasn't been a gaming event as special as E3.
This is online showcases, Nintendo Direct, State of Play. There was
Yeah. If only there was a live event that could follow in the footsteps of E3.
We got PAX, there's Gamescom. I just feel like you overhyping E3 just sweet.
With the death of E3 came the birth of online events. And the question is, which is better? And that's what we are here to discuss on today's episode of Checkpoint, where we save the game one discussion at a time.
That's the episode we doing? All right.
Like the intro is fire.
I'm Ronell.
I'm Lex.
Let's get right to it.
Today we're diving into the death of E3, the live events that tried to take its crown, and the birth of the online showcase formula. So we ask, which form is better for gamers?
Summer Game Fest and the Game Awards are cool, but it feels like there's a certain magic missing for the stateside gaming event. Luckily, you're looking at that magic right now. Jeff Keighley, fill us up.
We also do smaller events. Online showcases can be fun, but not nearly as engaging.
But those are just our biases, and everyone has them. But here at Checkpoint, we don't hide them.
Ronell's biases thinks live events are better at fostering community. Believes online events are convenient but lacking in spectacle.
People are a lot less weird at live events. Online events can breed trolls. Lex's biases. Misses live shows because they allow fans to interact with each other. Thinks live shows allow devs to directly interact with gamers. Sees the accessibility factor in online events. Wants E3 back, but you know, Jeff Keighley.
But hey, we could be wrong. Maybe E3 was holding us back. Maybe the online events are the future. And maybe there's something new on the horizon, like a video game announced in Kai Cenat's room.
The day that happens, video games have gone to hell. If Kai Cenat announces a new Mario game from his house, we have went to hell. We can never return. And like it the words of the Chia Girls, it's over. And I ain't known. This is the saddest thing I've ever known. How could we let the sweetest of dreams slip away? And I'm afraid the hurt is here to stay. Let's continue.
Either way, let's look at the facts.
E3 didn't just die overnight. It was a slow death that started way before, 2020.
December 12th, 2023. Where were you when E3 died? I was at home shilling Hi-Fi Rush when I saw "Thanks for the Memories" from ESA's Twitter, confirming what we had all feared. E3 is dead. Some go out with the existential death rattle, but E3, a Fall Out Boy lyric.
Devastator. Unfortunately, the writing was on the wall long before that. Sony dropped out in 2018, and so did a chunk of its viewership, the first time in E3's 24-year history. Sony said they were exploring new and familiar ways to engage our community. Translation, I'm gonna do my own thing.
And statistically, they didn't need E3. With Sony's State of Play broadcast, why pay millions, yes, millions, for an E3 booth when you can reach the same audience, maybe even a bigger one, with a polished live stream from your own studio?
Then the Great Gaming Retreat happened.
So about 2020?
Yes, the pandemic effectively canceled E3 that year. And when everything moved to online showcases, suddenly everyone realized they could do their big announcements without flying to LA and setting up massive booths. By 2023, the big three skipped E3 entirely.
I feel like there was still hope, though. Like we had Ubisoft that's
Okay, those last couple of E3s were kind of rough, not gonna lie.
Honestly, I get why they left. But I think we lost something important when E3 died.
Fire-ass Shadow the Hedgehog statues?
Well, but also live events offer next level immersive experiences, ones that online streams cannot replicate. From the live announcements to the booths to the hands-on demos, these experiences build stronger loyalty, not just to a single game or studio, but to gaming as a whole. They foster a sense of community that you just can't get from playing and watching.
But the numbers don't lie. Nintendo's March 2025 Direct pulled in 1.1 million concurrent viewers on their Japanese channel alone. Sony's February 2025 State of Play broke 2 million concurrent viewers for the first time. Compare that to E3's peak attendance of 70,000 in 2005. Their final show? 66,000.
Logistically, online events are easier. They reach more people, and it's easier for people to tune in. Nintendo Directs pull Super Bowl numbers. They even have the audacity to drop them not on American time.
Yep. I wake up at 6 a.m. to watch them. Do you understand the power that you have, Nintendo? 6 a.m. on a work day. Because it's not like you ever do them on weekends. But I got a new Donkey Kong and Metroid, so I will wake my happy ass up.
Microsoft's Xbox Showcase in 2023 pulled in over 92 million views across all of their platforms.
Yeah, you heard that correctly. 92 million viewers. Yeah.
92 million. That's the year of Starfield, which is on Game Pass, the best place to play all your favorite games, such as
Well, any publisher can just drop a showcase whenever they want. Capcom Showcase, Square Enix Presents, PlayStation's Random Tuesday State of Play announcements.
Point is, online showcases bring in a bigger audience than ever before. And that accessibility is on such a large scale that it can't be ignored.
But does it actually bring gamers together? Or are they just large numbers in the stream counter? With no demos to play, gamers are forced to watch carefully curated gameplay videos and trailers that initially look cool, but may not be as polished when they get their hands on the game.
You can only really gauge responses based on what people are saying online, which is a completely different experience than watching something live and being able to discuss it with others.
So let's look at the online events that emerged in E3's wake.
While arguably gaming's biggest event, E3 wasn't the only gaming event.
E3's death literally gave birth to Summer Games Fest, which Jeff Keighley started in 2020 and has basically become the spiritual successor to E3's Hype Week.
Keighley saw this coming. He announced he wasn't participating in E3 way back in 2020, before it was even canceled, saying in-person events don't serve fans as well as digital ones.
And then there's the Game Awards, which has essentially become Winter E3. It's part award show, part massive game reveal event.
Mostly massive game reveal event. Also hosted by Jeff Keighley, by the way.
Did Jeff Keighley kill E3?
Did Jeff Keighley kill E3?
Well, other live events looking to take up the E3 mantle include the Penny Arcade Expo or PAX events, including PAX West, PAX East, PAX Australia, and PAX Unplugged.
Gotta get to PAX, man. Again, if anyone would like to send us to...
With PAX West now the front runner for the West Coast most attended gaming event, PAX West 2024 saw over 100,000 in-person attendees from around the world, with reportedly even more tuning in online. The Big Three even showed up.
Even Jerry Hawkins, the co-founder of PAX, feels like in some ways, they're just getting started.
Gamescom is currently hailed as the world's largest gaming event.
Problem is, for humble game enthusiasts like us, it's all the way in like Germany.
And I ain't got go to Gamescom in Germany money.
We barely got make checkpoint to show money.
Last year, Gamescom basically broke all its own records, boasting about 335,000 attendees, an almost 5% increase from the previous year.
Not to mention a record 310 million online engagements, with 40 million of them coming from Gamescom's opening night, a newer online portion added in 2019 and hosted by Jeff Keighley.
Wait, 2019? This nigga did it.
That nigga killed.
This nigga definitely killed
E3. Him and Kojima, they killed E3.
Oh, they kind of.
Yeah.
Damn, that's what he knows. You know what? We'll let y'all decide if that's facts or bias.
Now, before we get to it, right? For everybody who's wondering, what is E3 all about? Why is it such a big deal? Let me give you some context, conjecture, and connection to that. E3, short for Electronic Entertainment Expo, was an annual trade event for the video game industry organized and presented by the Entertainment Software Association, ESA. It was primarily held in Los Angeles from 1995, that's Prince 1999. My bad. Anyhow, from 1995 to 2019, with its final iteration held virtually in 2021. The event hosted developers, publishers, hardware manufacturers, and other industry professionals who used the occasion to introduce and advertise upcoming games, hardware, and merchandise to the press. During its existence, E3 was the world's largest and most prestigious annual gaming expo. E3 included an exhibition floor for developers, publishers, and manufacturers to showcase their titles and products for sale in the upcoming year. Before and during the event, publishers and hardware manufacturers usually held press conferences to announce new games and products. Before 2017, E3 was an industry-only event. The ESA required individuals wishing to attend to verify a professional relationship with the video game industry. With the rise of streaming media, YouTube and other places, several press conferences were broadcast to the public to increase their visibility. E3 2017 became open to the public for the first time with 15,000 general admittance passes for those who wanted to attend. when hosted in Los Angeles, E3 was held at the Los Angeles Convention Center. The event was canceled for the first time in 2020 due to the COVID-19 pandemic, and the event in 2021 was held as a virtual event to mixed reception. The 2022 event was also canceled due to the pandemic, but no virtual event held. The ESA had planned to return to a full in-person convention in 2023 with a new format, including a fan convention component at a separate venue in collaboration with Reed Pop. We'll get to who Reed Pop is in a minute. The pandemic further accelerated the use of standalone presentations by individual publishers and media outlets to promote upcoming games directly to consumers, disrupted development timelines usually aligned around the convention, and made publishers increasingly concerned over the cost of exhibiting at the convention. E3 2023 was canceled after all major publishers pulled out the event. E3 2024 was also canceled in September 2023 in order to evaluate plans for 2025. However, on December 12, 2023, the ESA announced that it has discontinued E3 and it will no longer be held. Now, I remember when E3 was pulled because there was Nintendo Live in Seattle, Washington. They had Nintendo Live overseas. Then Xbox was going to do its own thing. Then PlayStation was going to do its own thing. And to give you some more context, conjecture, and connection on how big the E3 was, I'm going to bring up this documentary called Attack of the Doc. Now, this is a documentary behind Attack of the Show. Shout out to Indie Rights Movies for free. And hopefully this will give you some context, conjecture, and connection on why E3 was so important. Here we go.
One week I told executive producer Gavin Purcell that I couldn't do DVD Tuesday. I had to go to Comic-Con, and Gavin asked me, Comic-Con, what's that? A convention for comedians? And I said, no, it's San Diego Comic-Con is the biggest pop culture convention in the world. So that week, right after DVD Tuesday, I jumped in my car and drove to San Diego.
Hey man, I gotta pee. Well, you should have thought about that before you left, Chris. Listen, we're halfway to Comic-Con. Just hold it. You can pee when we get there. You'll be fine. Everybody's fine.
Avengers Assemble, bitch! Yeah!
What does that mean?
Avengers Assemble!
All right, I don't know what that means.
Avengers Assemble!
Yeah, that's great. You don't need to raise this roof, though.
No, but I'm like hulking out. It's our nerd cry.
But don't hulk out in the car. Just don't hit the roof. Don't test me!
Hey, Blair, you think I could read one of your comics? You have like 20 boxes back here.
Actually, those are my Film Threat magazines. Then where the are my comics?
Don't worry, I put them on the roof.
What?
No, Blair, no. In the car. In the car, you're fine.
My comics!
Your comics are fine. Everybody's fine.
Anybody want to hear some humorous country rock twang?
No, Zach, no. Zach, there will be no humorous country rock twang while I'm driving, Zach. Thank you, though.
You know what?
Test me on this.
Go host Arena. Okay, pal?
Excuse me, sir. Too many gray poupon. Anywho, I'm just gonna take my sweet invisible jet and fight Cheetah. Rape Steve Trevor. Probably in that order. So, just see you dorkos later.
Now, this was all the skit.
Hey, guys. I don't have to pee anymore.
Obviously, you don't have to anymore either.
Avengers Assemble, bitch!
Don't f***ing touch the roof!
E3 and Comic-Con to me were, the linchpins to G4. Nobody was really that familiar with Comic-Con back in those days. But when we actually made it to our first Comic-Con in San Diego, that was a pretty amazing time. And I really feel those are the shows that cemented G4 as an up-and-coming cool channel.
We're about to enter every comic book geek's fantasy right now.
This is Comic-Con!
They had never allowed a television network to put a stage in and broadcast an entire television show live from inside the convention.
Yeah.
And I convinced them to let us do it. And they didn't realize the floodgates that they were opening.
No other TV show has ever broadcast live from this monster event. So be prepared to witness history in the making.
Guinness is here.
Guinness is here.
They put us right inside the main entrance.
So, literally, when you walked inside Comic-Con, there was Olivia Nunn and Kevin Pereira doing Attack of the Show live. So the cool thing is when they had like different announcements, they would have celebrities come by, they would give away stuff. There was one time during E3, it was a Fallout app, and they made the announcement that the app was going to drop at midnight, right? So let's keep going because the history of this is just so amazing.
On a stage that was only 1 foot off the floor, thousands of fans refused to move, blocking the entrance because they wanted to watch Attack of the Show live. It was so successful that the next year they allowed us to build a 2-story stage so that our host could actually be above Comic-Con. And we still clogged up all the aisles.
Yes, you look great. You look great. I'm glad you decided to join me.
What do you mean join you? You're supposed to dress up with me.
Can you tell who I am?
No.
Green Lantern, what? There's my ring. Done.
What?
Green Lantern. Yeah.
No.
The challenges at those spaces were size limitations, number one.
They work really hard. Really hard.
The sheer amount of crowd, and it wasn't even as crowded back then as it is now.
Like I'd see the pictures from the guys away, and it was insane. Like you couldn't go on your lunch break more than to the bathroom because it was such an insane asylum.
So it was hard to get over to the stage, get prepped.
You're working in the trailers, then you got to come out to the production trucks.
I give you a chair.
Then you got to run all the way to the stage within 5 minutes because your next segment's coming up.
Day one was insane, man.
Doing those shows helped both Comic-Con and G4 get to bigger heights. 10 years, 12 years later, it's just massive. And I think those shows had a lot to do with it. And it's exposing it to, an audience that maybe wasn't quite sure. Maybe they just didn't know a whole lot about what was going on out there. Those were some of the best times.
Before then, Comic-Con was probably only covered by a San Diego local news person standing outside the convention center saying, oh, this is crazy, there's a lot of people here, versus actually doing coverage, which I think also kind of coincided with television networks and movie studios realizing, hey, if there are people here, we should have a presence here to help build our movie.
Yep.
Now, when they hold that convention, so many of the people who attend are people from Hollywood, from the movies, from television, from all forms of the media. They're looking for the next great idea that might be in comic books.
Huh? You're at Comic-Con.
Yes, I am.
You want to say that loud with excitement?
I'm at Comic-Con!
There it is.
Behold.
If you want to build an
Now,
app and
here comes the next part, E3. So Comic-Con is the pop culture event of the year. I mean, anything and everything is from there. And also, too, IGN Live just had like a 2-day event a couple of months back. So live conventions have always been a thing, but G4 was the first network to really bring you live convention coverage on the ground, from the Consumer Electronics Show to Comic-Con to E3. And this is that next part, E3. Here we go.
have no idea how to code or where to start? Check out Base.
Today, the console war reaches new heights, and only one network brings it to you live.
When I arrived at G4, they had only aired the press events from E3. So I said, let's take these press events and put our hosts in front of them.
Jeez! Hey, everybody, welcome to E306 Live.
Let's do post shows where we talk to people about what they just saw. Let's take what is coverage and make it content. And within 2 years, we turned it into 25 hours of live television.
Microsoft knows the console is up against some stiff competition in the form of the PlayStation 3, but they're counting on the success of Xbox Live and a few key exclusives to really save the day.
We get out there and shoot this mega content.
And the coaches!
We would capture.
Yeah, so let me go back just a little bit here, right to here. That was on the floor. I remember this year in particular because that TV screen setup was literally on the floor. And when you think of live broadcast production, right, you have G4 News this morning from 7 to 9 or 7 to 10 a.m. Then you have Attack of the Show that was live at 7 o'clock. Then you have X-Play at 8 to 9. Then you have all the press conferences and then E3 Live right after that. So live content 24/7. So all the content creators that go all these cons now, and they got their phones and their GoPros and their tripods and their gimbals and everything, they're basically doing what G4 did. G4 basically was the YouTube for geeks before YouTube had geek centers.
And the coaches is in the house!
We would capture it for 3-4 days and stream of live packages right into the live show and the countdown ticker for when we'd be dropping information.
We're gonna break news here.
Sessler and Morgan, they were so into the games.
I'm so excited!
They would always ask great questions that would lead to a little nugget of information about the game that they would possibly try to leak to us before anybody else. That was like their specialty.
What's inside? But we didn't hear much in the way of the specs. I think Bill Gates actually kind of rattled them off very quickly.
We've got secrets. You'll see some
Microsoft
stuff
has
at retail. It's a monster
what's in it?
inside, man.
There's a monster inside. I mean, are there any numbers?
ATI is doing this really, really great custom graphics part for us with 10 megabytes of embedded DRAM. That's going to let programmers just do amazing things with graphics.
All right, it's exciting and a stressful time. There's no question. If anyone could handle it, it is Jay Allen.
It was a surreal broadcasting space where it came together and we were making this television where kids were tapped into this event. And it's something that I've grown up with. It was a surreal broadcasting space where it came together and we were making this television where kids were.
You see that? Official broadcaster of E3, G4. Like, there's X-Play in the background. Okay, like this. When I found out that you could do this as a job, I'm like, how do I do this?
We're tapped into this event, and it's something that I've grown up with my entire video game life. And so it was really cool to watch and be a part of to make that.
And it's one of the most satisfying,
really great custom graphics, really great
in the way we
live. And so it was really.
So you had a stage here and a stage there, and then a live audience behind the stage. Just
cool to watch and be a part of to make that.
And it's one of the most satisfying things we did at G4 is we became the home for E3. No one covered that convention the way we did.
Multi-year coverage deal with E3.
And it was a communal experience. And we owned that convention. I'm very proud of that.
Technology, the fastest moving force in the galaxy, engineered by the smartest minds on the planet.
The CES stuff in Vegas, I remember going out, doing karaoke, having beers with everybody, and then hoping everybody made it to the set at 7 a.m. for the call time. It was always an adventure.
Packing up my gear and I'm heading to the desert. Got some microchips and beer and nothing rhymes with desert. Quadruple graphics cards for my DSLRs. I don't care that there's no apples, they got robot guitars.
We would go to GDC, the Game Developers Conference, where we would go to San Francisco and we would watch devs make a video game in 24 hours, and then also check out what other video game developers were putting out at the time. And it was really exciting to be in the space to see which games are coming out next. If you're a gamer, that kind of thing is very special to be involved with and be able to see that thing firsthand.
The Tokyo Game Show is finally here, folks, and what a show it is. Over 600 titles out on that floor, 3 next-generation consoles all battling it out, jockeying for the #1 position.
We started going to Tokyo for Tokyo Game Show, and we were there for 17 days, and it was absolutely fucking nuts.
I'm gonna skip all that.
To what that feels like.
These are cameras. These are what steal our soul.
In like 2004, 2005, maybe, all of a sudden we were all getting recognized. All of a sudden, people were asking to take for our pictures. All of a sudden, we needed a security guard to follow us around because when one person asks for your picture, then everyone around thinks it's okay. And next thing you know, you got 50 people asking for your picture. Those were some pretty milestone moments. Look at how far we've come. And at the time, you know, we were the only ones who knew what that felt like.
Yeah,
This
so,
is the AOTS panel, and it's very crowded. I don't know.
so they got so famous off of covering Comic-Con and E3 that they became stars within their own orbit. Like, that's how big it got.
You going in soon? Extremely crowded.
Tell me through panties. Yeah. That was your wife. I love my
There's
wife.
going to be a very special story coming up here that I didn't even know this.
Not in that. Yeah. It's purely physical.
And so here we were in this crazy, weird position where we were being hounded for pictures and autographs. And so I think that bonded us all, because it would be hard for anyone not in that position to relate to what that feels like.
We'd be on the show floor and I'd be walking along with either Kevin or Olivia. We didn't have a lot of security for them because it was still sort of a growing thing. And we'd get stopped. We couldn't go 5 feet without people wanting to take pictures. And eventually it would get so tight, you would just have to push through people and ignore people and try not to be jerks about it.
You're awesome. Thank you. You're cool too. What a compliment. You hear that? That's a compliment.
Hey, you're all right as well.
Hey, sometimes I like watching you.
I think one time was Olivia wearing Slave Leia at one of the Comic-Cons. Fans were just losing their minds trying to get pictures with her, and we would just have to like cover up and get her out of the venue.
I am the Leia.
I'll skip ahead just a little bit.
But I fuck you, you know.
We knew that Attack of the Show had become a pop culture hit when Big Bang Theory put Attack of the Show and G4 magnets on their refrigerator.
John Favreau, everybody. Yeah, we got here. Let's radio around to the different sections.
It's just grown so much since last time we did this.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
This all really started here for us.
It did.
We came off the panel, and you were the one who said, "Hey, it went over like gangbusters." I didn't know, how much the word had spread, and now here we are 2 years later with Iron Man 2. And thanks to you, and thanks to Attack of the Show for being there for us and covering it for the last few years, and really starting the grassroots support for it that brought us mainstream into all the success we had.
Well,
So
thank you so much, John. We love you. We love Iron Man.
That's what I think G4 did best about these events that mainstream media didn't really realize. Just seeing other celebrities walking by and realizing, hey, it's G4. Hey, it's Attack of the Show. In our world, in this world of pop culture, we had placed our mark as like, we are the ones who know how to cover this. Come watch us.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome one of our own to the stage, Mr. John Favreau.
One year, the opening shot for Comic-Con live is John Favreau climbing up the stairs, reaching out to the fans and announcing the beginning of our Comic-Con coverage live and inviting all of the fans there to come and see a premiere screening of Cowboys and Aliens, because we were the audience he was trying to reach, and he loved hanging out with us.
Hope he knows what he just did. Wow. That was awesome.
That was amazing.
Well, John Favreau is one of my heroes.
So, I know, right? So, Iron Man and Iron Man 2 started on Attack. I had no idea about this. It started on Attack of the Show from Comic-Con and then got to mainstream success. So when I tell you that G4 really foundationally was it was everything for geeks, nerds, gamers, outsiders, people who just wanted to feel like they had a place. That was G4. So let's get back to it. Now that you have context, conjecture, and connection, let's get back to Checkpoint the show with their bias check. Here we go.
I've never been to E3. Never been to E3. I always wanted to go to E3. That would have been nice.
I used to watch it on G4 with my brother. I always used to watch it saying, wow, one day me and Mars are going to go.
Yeah, and it never happened. You lied to. Have anyone here been to E3 at all?
Producers have been to E3.
Lucky
You're fucking
bastards.
producers, yeah.
That's why there are producers.
Y'all do it. Y'all get in here.
So I've been 3 times. So back when I worked at Sony Electronics, this was like 2016, 2017. But yeah, we rigged cameras all around the shrine.
That's cool.
And it was a big year.
Yeah.
I didn't even know. Hadn't heard any rumors or anything about God of War, and they played that trailer. I was like, oh shit! I was also there the year the first Spider-Man had his first demo. So they like gave out like copies of the Daily Bugle.
I think for me, like I started going to E3 like early in my career. So a lot of the times I was going to like check out it was easier to get in because if you had worked a game at any point in your life and applied to have like a industry badge, you could get in. It felt more like a lot of the times the industry people, if you weren't industry like looking for a job, you were industry looking for like a scoop or like a way to get ahead or a quick view at something early. Like I would go as like research, right? I would go as like, oh, what stuff's being made? Who's in it?
Was it giving Anime Expo but games? Or was it a little bit different?
I think it was definitely giving Anime Expo but games, but less people, right? Like it was the way that Anime Expo is hailed as like the biggest anime convention in the world. I think that's what E3 was. I think like I've been to a lot of conventions since E3 and there's been nothing, I think, for video games on that sort of level of like, I mean, like, I think one of the years I went, Nintendo's booth alone, I always remember is like the most vivid memory is like a life-sized Link, Breath of the Wild Link. They went in. Like, it was like almost like they were competing to see who would have the best booth, you know, who can make the biggest, they recreated the Batmobile, you know, like nothing like it.
So what were some takeaways that you got from like attending E3 and was it a fun experience overall?
For me, it was like, wow, this is some of the coolest, how do I get to work on this stuff, you know? But a lot of that was part of the excitement about it. It was super fun. Like, it was like, you could go to a big stage where they were premiering, you know, a trailer, and you could be there right there with everybody as they're watching it. You know, like that meme video of people in a bar cheering on Goku. Yeah. Like, that's what that was like. That was crazy.
Unlike you, I haven't been to a lot of cons, so E3 was kind of like the one that I've consistently gone to. And there are just few things that are Nintendo always has the big booth that's always super crowded and always is its own thing. But there are few things that are as iconic as like the blue and the green wall. Like that, they would put PlayStation and Xbox right next to each other, and like taking a picture in between that corridor every year was one of the coolest things ever. So it's a lot of work, but I think that like for most people or industry people, especially when it's as an industry event, it's like some of the funnest work that you do. It's tiring and you're walking around a lot and you have to hit all your things and like there's just a lot to do. But it's the funnest trade show, I think. Or was the funnest trade show.
The experience you guys are talking about, like I don't think I will ever have with the gaming event, but I did go to Midwest Gaming Classic, and that convention is fun, but it's all just like playing video games. It's retro, it's current gen games, it's board games, tabletop, like it's just everything.
Speaking of retro games,
you should come down to Game Realms here in Burbank. It has all your retro games, all of the great games that you need in physical media, which we should all appreciate and collect. Grab some games, look around, hang out. They have events, they have voice actors, they have tournaments, they have everything here at Game Realms in Burbank. And this is where we record. I like that. This is where we record. In physical media, which we should all appreciate and collect. Grab some games, look around, hang out. They have events, they have voice actors.
Shout out to that fine sister right there. Amen.
They have tournaments, they have everything here at Game Realms in Burbank.
So let me give the advertisement here. Game Realms video game store in Burbank, California. We buy and sell video games and run various various events. I was about to say tournaments, but they did say tournaments as well. That is 137 North Victory Boulevard, Burbank, California. You can call them at 818-841-1545. That's 818-841-1545. That's 818-841-1545. 1545 137 North Victory Boulevard, Burbank, California. Game Realms video game store in Burbank, California. We buy and sell video games and run various events. Hopefully they'll do Checkpoint the Show live with a live audience from it. That would be kind of cool. All right, let's keep going.
This is where we record. I like the idea every now and then
Hey, Linnell,
of
welcome
an
in.
online event, right? But it ain't no live event.
Yeah, I only like online events if there's a live event with it. Like if I can't make it to the live event, I know one year I was at a convention and I couldn't make the Game Awards. And I'm happy I was able to watch it, but it made me like, dang, I wish I was there because I missed Jordan Peele or Hideo Kojima walk out.
So that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
When we were watching E3 on G4, right, back in the day, it feels like they're competing for like the biggest booth, right?
Yeah.
Part of it was literally that, because after E3, every time you would get who won E3.
Yep.
Was it Nintendo? Was it PlayStation? Was it Xbox? Like they would have these like week-long debates and like all of this trying to figure out who won. That's something that I really appreciated from E3 specifically. And I think that came from like everyone being a place where everyone can present all of their stuff at once.
Yeah, I felt like they had something to prove, and now I just feel like they don't. Like they're mainly worried about their own audience. So PlayStation, Nintendo, Xbox, they're like, oh, okay, our audience will tune in, and we don't have anything to like prove to you guys. We're just gonna show these games, and you're gonna be happy with it, and you're still gonna buy it, and we're gonna do some outlandish pricing, and you're still gonna.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing any gameplay. It just doesn't really feel authentic.
It sucks too because at live events, right, we know that there's a lot of kind of like hype and positivity, right, that's going on with gaming. At a online presentation, if the comments are on, the comments are negative. The comments, there's like that group think that go on. So if it's a Nintendo event, they're talking about that one Nintendo game that they want and they're spamming it in the comments. If it's Xbox, they're talking about like how terrible Starfield is or some random shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's never like a real conversation. And like that really does kind of lower the
sours the experience.
Yeah, sours it up.
Yeah.
Sours
Like
it up.
I was watching the Xbox and they were talking about South of Midnight. Those comments, boy, this is woke. I'm like, Jesus Christ. That just
Even if you put like high comments, it's just like it's there. It's just like closing the door to someone talking shit outside. Like you still know. And there's like it's just a little weird.
Yeah. I think they just need live events. Yeah. I think the industry definitely needs live events. And to start really wanting to prove that they want someone's money. Yeah. Like, show to me why I should spend with you. And why I should be a constant customer. I do think that, again, online is just making it really easy for, a company to just be like, here, you guys are going to spend money with us anyway. We don't have to go the extra mile.
Because the dilemma is this. They do one big event, that's a lot of money, right? That is a lot of time and not that many people get to go.
Yeah,
right?
That's a problem.
But if they do a unanimous, let's just start with America, around America event, right? They have designated, authorized people, right? That could be GameStop if you want to do that, but like GameStop, it can even go into bars, any place, arcades, all of those people at the same time, like release their video. They can send them tech demos, right? For those places. They could play it there, and it's like a unanimous event that happens like at one time, like a simultaneous little Rigs party.
Not a bad idea.
That's all I'm saying.
For free, y'all.
For free.
That's
why you tune in to Checkpoint the Show, you know what I'm saying? But don't just take off.
So I want to pause it here because do you see the chemistry between these two amazing hosts, Ronell and Lex? It's such a genuine flow conversation between them. And what I loved about this part of the show is they're not downing online events, but they're also talking about the power of togetherness in live events. And I will say, something that Lex said that I didn't even think about was the easy consumption of accessible online content, right? Like right now, you are watching this show live in real time. Of course, there's a 10-second delay on YouTube, right? So if I go to my phone right now and pull it up, and I listen to it, it's like a 10-second delay, right? But in the same token, right? The fact that you don't have to wait until, hey, I make it onto television for me to actually, come out and be live is very cool. But in the same token of that, there was something about E3 that you had to wait all year long for summer to get here. And then, friends would, make plans, like how people making plans for like Life is Beautiful and Coachella and Lollapalooza, these big music festivals. Like E3 was the gamer festival of festivals, right? And the cons of cons. And what Lex said about proving your worth, like on YouTube, you have to showcase yourself approved in order to have all odds. Either you have it or you don't. And with Nintendo, with PlayStation, with Xbox, those are the big three. So when you have your social capital on a high, right? And plus you have your financial capital on a high, where as long as we meet the audience demand, we're good. But to wait, how can I put this? For them to just showcase a crystallized picture of perfection online, but then what you got online is what everybody else got. But if you went to E3, there's something that dropped at E3 that they will never put online, right? So it's that exclusivity that's definitely missing. So like I said, the chemistry between these two, and yes, I commented on this video. You guys will see my comment. And I was just like, you know what? I got to do bigger than a comment. I have to genuinely review this episode and give context, conjecture, and connection to it for sure. So let's keep going. Great. Like I said, this show got next in the world of gaming, geek, nerd, fandom, and creator economy, black culture, not just black culture, but black entertainment. This show got next.
Our word for it. We went out and got some real opinions at the Summer Game Fest 2025.
I want to know real quick, do you really care about Summer Game Fest? I do, actually, because I think it's a great place to show the non-Xbox and PlayStation games, the indie games, the AA games, and we'll get some AAA surprises.
Yo, Summer Games Fest is always lit, and I'm gonna tell you right now, it's like when you go to LA and you don't see E3 anymore, it hits you different. You know what I'm saying? For those that got a chance to like be a part of that. So I'm thankful that we have this, because it gets a chance to at least see you and see everybody here. Like that right there means a lot to me, and I can't wait for the shows.
I personally am super stoked because I'm a developer.
Oh, okay.
And it's my first Summer Game Fest.
Wow.
So I'm really excited to be here. It was good. It was good.
Okay. It was okay.
It was all right. I feel like some of the more hype stuff is going to be maybe later on in the year. There's some cool things. The Resident Evil, that was pretty cool. And
fantastic.
There was a whole bunch of localized, Japanese, Chinese games. Some of them look cool, some of them. But I had a good time. I got to see, what's his name? That's the guy, Jeff Keighley's best friend.
Yeah.
I got to see him. That was really cool. Kojima, I got to see him.
Been dwindled down to Jeff Keighley's.
How do you feel about live events versus like online showcases?
I think like the energy is a little different. Like, everybody in the crowd getting hyped. Like, we're doing an interview like this. Like, that's some of the stuff I like in person versus online.
Online, it definitely makes it more streamlined. You get the information out faster.
Live events, man, yeah. You get to see a lot of people that you see on social media, so shit like that is pretty cool. Okay.
I think the live experience helps. I think if I'm at home, I think I'm maybe flipping channels, or I'm, watching a different show in between stuff. Maybe I'm just waiting for Twitter to tell me what happened. But here, it's cool though, hearing everybody cheer. I'm sure there's game developers there too, cheering on for their own stuff. Like, I'm a voice actor, hearing other voice actors, my colleagues and stuff is really cool. So I think being there live helps.
I feel like you could probably get a little bit of the same excitement while being at home, or maybe if you're laying a watch party on Discord or something.
I thought the real benefit of coming to Summer Game Fest is getting to meet people, getting to see some of the developers like cheer on their team, getting to hear some of the little crowd commentary that you don't hear on live streams. So
no, it has to be live. It has to be live because if I'm at home, I'm scrolling through other shit. I'm pausing it, I'm eating, I'm rewinding. What happened? But when you're live in these events, like it's a different energy. I prefer. Like I'm online chronically, and seeing people talk about games online and then in real life, that shit is drastically different.
I definitely think the live events are a different experience. Like sitting in a crowd, feeling the hype when they're showing the new game, or looking forward to it.
I think there's nothing that actually captures the in-person networking and connection and vibe that you can that just happens when there's a bunch of people in one room happy about the same thing. That is not to discount digital showcases, because I think we are able to get a lot of information to the rest of the world when people don't necessarily have access to come here and do the things.
I think if you can, it's worth going to it live because it's just a communal environment. I don't think there's enough of that in the United States in general. So get any chance to go to a cool event with a lot of people is really, really neat. So I think I'm team live event.
Okay. Did you go to E3?
Okay. 2001, I'm old.
Did you go to E3?
No. It was on the bucket list, but no.
Never made it, right?
Never. I never got the chance. I was too young at the time. I always wanted to go. I missed out.
For sure.
It never got to.
Yeah.
This was actually my first time going to one of these events.
Oh, really?
I'm really looking forward to seeing what Jeff does.
Okay. Have you been to E3? Never. Have you ever been to E3?
I have not.
Do we need to bring E3 back? Are we good with what we got now? How you feeling?
We're good with what we got now. I think E3 had grown beyond what it was supposed to be, and we were starting to lose the message, right? Whereas Jeff is scaling this up, but I don't think he's ever going to try and get to an E3 level. You have a show like we're about to do today, show the games, they'll do play days, media, the creators get hands on, they get to talk about it.
I don't think you could ever replace E3. Just get that straight. You could never replace E3.
Do you think that something like this really brings back that spirit of kind of E3?
I've been feeling the vibe is not E3, so it's not quite, but maybe it's a little better.
I think a lot of the industry, a lot of the people for veterans of the industry carry that same level of excitement that E3 had and brought to the table.
Gaming. A man once said this on the world stage, and it was met with thunderous applause. It was hilarious, and to this day, people meme it, but it was also beautifully true. Video game events are living, breathing experiences, one where fans, enthusiasts, professionals, they all come together to share their passion for gaming.
E3 was a shining example of what happens when industry and fandom meet culture. And E3 created and curated that culture. It probably wasn't always perfect, but it was impactful. Some of gaming's biggest and most iconic games were revealed at E3 because companies knew that was the place where gaming had the most influence, and it was where they can get the best direct and immediate reception to their games live.
Imagine roaming the show floor, where companies went all out to recreate your favorite gaming characters, vehicles, and settings. I'm talking breathtaking booths. One year they created a bar from Cyberpunk, Mario's Cappy transformations. One year they created a vault from Fallout.
And it's not just about cool booths. Remember when Keanu Reeves appeared for Xbox briefing for Cyberpunk? Or when Nintendo revealed Twilight Princess? Or when Square Enix revealed Final Fantasy VII Remake? And in each moment, the crowds went nuclear. Imagine being in those rooms in those moments. Now imagine 3 days full of moments like that. There was nothing like the feeling of losing your mind at advancing technologies, the big titles, and the incredible trailers, along with a crowd full of people who love games just as much as you, and then going home wondering what was in store the next day.
Those holy crap moments were what broke the internet and amplified excitement toward the game. We still get them now, except they mostly happen on YouTube live streams instead of the convention center. And now, instead of a few thousand industry and press people getting to see it first, millions of people around the world get to experience the same thing simultaneously.
State of Plays and Nintendo Directs are widely accessible alternatives to live events.
and allow the internet to unite in its passion for games to an audience that's wider than E3 could have dreamed.
Online events often lack the emotional connection that live events provide. People treat them passively, rolling over in their bed, watching on their phones, half paying attention. And while having a communal experience through screens can be cool, we can't help but feel like it doesn't have the same energy as being in the same room with thousands of people all reacting to the same trailer at the same time. It's infectious in a way that watching a stream or a streamer on Twitch just isn't.
Online spaces can also breed negativity. It's easier for negativity to spread faster, especially in chats and comment sections with trolls everywhere. It's easier to criticize, complain, and dismiss, creating echo chambers of cynicism that are hard to reverse once they take hold.
At live events, it's a bit harder not to be in a good mood. The energy, the lights, the laughter, it's the benefit of having a community that is physically present. It can breed a more constructive environment for feedback, hype, and honest engagement. You're surrounded in the joy of gaming culture, which can make it a bit harder to be negative.
Live events weren't just about the games, but the people. Devs getting to see player reaction in real time, fans meeting their heroes, industry peers connecting face to face, maybe even landing work in the field.
Watching a gameplay video through a live stream is a completely different experience than being able to physically test the game and give direct feedback to the developers. The response at live events can help gauge how a game would perform or even an audience's interests.
And that begs the question, what's better for the community? Are online showcases better for their accessibility and larger audiences, or live shows for their experiences and community connection? Do we need E3 again?
Maybe, maybe not. E3 as it was is dead. And honestly, it probably needed to die in order to pave the road for something new, something that combines the best of both worlds. I call it E3 2.
Anyway, gaming is inherently social. We play together, share experiences together, and build community. The way we celebrate games should reflect that. And that's the show. Do you feel like you finally mourned E3?
Maybe. One day. For now, I'll keep thinking about E3 2.
I think the name needs work, but it would be cool to maybe host a live event one day.
Yeah.
It would, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It would.
Wouldn't it?
Yep.
Wouldn't it?
Yep. I'm going to pause it here to read everybody's name off because y'all know how we are. About a Crew, hosted by Renell Crawford and Alexis Arlene, or Lex, directed by Yellow Ninjin, DP, and lighting Andrew Vong, VX, the Phantom Visionary, sprite work Andrew Hen, Ratakonkam, I think that's how you say it. Checkpoint theme song by Full Crate, music by Cody Barton, Cool Nerd Productions, and I Love Brandon. Writers Chris Mims, Zeno Robinson, Ronald Crawford, Alexis Arlene. Producers Zeno Robinson, Chris Mims. Editors George Monta, Chris Mims, voiceover by Joshua David King, and special thanks to Game Rails of Burbank. So y'all know how much we love what they have to do. And with the fireworks going on in the background. Sincerely, I wanted to review this show because I sincerely love when people go after their dreams, and if there's any way that I can help at all, I'm going to do that. So with that being said, check this out, some stuff that you may or may not know about right here from IGN. After Super Mario Bros. Movie success, Nintendo makes clear it's committed to film production for newly restructured entertainment division named Nintendo Stars. Okay, so let's talk about it. Nintendo has restructured and rebranded a division that is now dedicated to developing films featuring the company's characters such as Mario and Zelda. Now titled Nintendo Stars, the subsidiary is tasked with implementing and licensing various ancillary uses in films of Nintendo intellectual property. The company announced today in order to familiarize people around the world with Nintendo IP and provide provide new ways to experience it. Now you probably are thinking, Braylon, where are you going to go with this? Don't you worry. Don't you worry. I don't do anything by accident. Nintendo Stars was previously known as Warp Star and was originally a joint venture between Nintendo and Kirby developer HAL Laboratory, the former home of Super Smash Bros. Series boss Masahiro Sakurai. Founded in 2001, its initial purpose was to manage the Kirby franchise and expand it beyond games into anime, beginning with the Kirby Right Back At Ya series that ran for 100 episodes. I remember that series very vividly. So here is Nintendo Stars. Okay, now it says Nintendo Stars is tasked with making movies out of Nintendo games. Okay, let's keep going. Now with the successful release of the Super Mario Bros. Movie under its belt, Nintendo is keen on building its big screen output. Nintendo bought out HAL Laboratories half of Nintendo Stars earlier this year, making it a wholly owned subsidiary, and looks to have bigger plans for the division going forward. Currently, Nintendo has announced it has 2 films in production. There's the upcoming Mario Brothers movie sequel due to arrive on April 3rd, 2026, as well as the live-action The Legend of Zelda movie in partnership with Sony, due to be released on May 7th, 2027. Nintendo has kept very quiet about the Super Mario Brothers sequel, despite its launch being 7 months away. But as Super Mario Brothers 40th anniversary approaches, reports of a major September Nintendo Direct spread, fans may not have to wait too much longer for a first glimpse. As for the Zelda movie, we recently learned the identity of the 2 actors playing Link and Princess Zelda. Little detail on the film's pilot and watercast remains under wraps. Beyond these, what might Nintendo adapt next? A Metroid sci-fi horror movie in the style of Alien, a romantic comedy starring Animal Crossing villagers, or just more spin-offs of the Mario movie, including that long-rumored Donkey Kong project? We'll have to wait and see. Alongside its work in developing big-screen movie adaptations, Nintendo Stars will also continue licensing Kirby for other projects. The company also noted maybe there's more Kirby anime episodes to come. Nintendo Stars, not to be confused with Nintendo Pictures, the company's motion capture animation studio that previously worked on a number of video games and CGI movies, including bizarrely Death Stranding 2. So shout out to Tom Phillips. He is IGN's news writer. You can reach him at Tom_Phillips at IGN.com, or find him on Blue Sky, Tom Phillips, SEG.bluesky.bsky.official. So now I know what you're thinking. Bray, where's all this going? Where's all this going? Well, before I showcase where I believe this can go, here is the press release, of course, right here, because y'all know we show off our receipts over here. So here's the receipts right here, right? Now it says Operation Licensing and Management for Ancillary Use for Films Featuring Nintendo Intellectual Property, right? I want to show off the host's YouTube channels here. So this is Ronell's YouTube channel here. So he has videos. Okay, he's got videos here. He's got shorts right here, and he's got lives right here. Content while black. Ooh. This is the first one with Checkpoint, so we'll watch that here in a little bit. And then, of course, here is Lexa's YouTube channel. She only has one video and some shorts. Now, has anybody heard of the Nintendo Store? Right? Now, this was called something else. It was on Nintendo World. Okay, it was called Nintendo World. Now, I want to show y'all this here, okay? So this is in New York. Now, the only other place that has a Nintendo store is in San Francisco, okay? So right here, this is Rockefeller Plaza. So right up the way is Studio 1A, right? And for those of you who may or may not remember, when it came to the Super Mario Bros. Movie, they had the actual van right there on the plaza. So I want to showcase this to y'all. So they got merchandise, they got gaming stations, they have merchandise, of course. But yeah, I know Donkey Kong collection exclusively there, Mario Kart collection, Zelda as well. So of course they got Donkey Kong Bonanza celebrations there. Of course they have the Nintendo Switch there. They celebrate Mario 10 Day there. So they have a lot of different things that happen there. They even have a museum, right, of different Nintendo consoles, right? So, okay, now there's only 2 of them. Now they really should do a Nintendo Store Orlando for Super Nintendo World. But I'm gonna tease y'all just a little bit. Let's watch that one video here, creating content while black. Here's a 4-minute and 52-second video here. Here we go.
Yeah.
You finna go
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, it's just me going live. We all here. Damn, we got a new person, Stroop. He already getting his boogie on. He a dance machine, gaming indie content creator. You know, Derek the Mindful Gamer.
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun stuff, man. We've been,
yes, sir.
We've been cheating on y'all. I'm not gonna hold you. Anybody's coming in, we've been cheating on you. We've already been chopping it up. They've already been talking. But yeah, I think you guys were talking about. I think Derek, you were getting ready to intervene where he mentioned Balenciagas and supercars. I don't even know.
Oh yeah. No, no. So listen, this is what happened. So what happened was he was saying that like their dream goal is they want Balenciagas and supercars. Like they want to get rich so that they can, you know, flex and style on people. Yeah. But what I feel like the level that Stroopwafel and I are at, I know for me, I want to be that way so that I can leave this country, you know, or so that I can have more experience, so I can spend more money on my Korean lessons, you know, so like I can do something with it. And I feel like they don't have that. They don't have that drive and that goal. And then when you're friends with people like that, the only way for you to survive or to grow and become better, besides listening to the super secret church advice that I gave Stroopwafel, besides that, the only way that you can grow and get better is you have to get them people out of your life somehow or set a boundary with them because they're going to bring you down.
Yeah, it's 100% true. And I had a conversation with not just him, but like I said, everybody I know that, and I don't know if it's maybe like just how black folks have that crabs in a bucket mentality. So a lot of, you know, cousins and friends and stuff, they all like, oh man, you trying to be a gaming creator? Ha, man, it ain't gonna never work. And then you starting to see it work. And it's like, wait, whoa,
yeah,
of course. You making it work. Wait a minute, buddy. And it's like,
I mean, to be honest, yeah, they would say that with anything that's not a 9 to 5.
Huh?
You know what I'm saying? They say that about anything that's atypical, probably.
Yeah,
it's just
an
aversion to, you know what I'm saying, trying something new, stepping outside and doing something different.
But I would also add, though, it is worse in our black communities, though, because like they barely let us get away with anime and stuff now, you know? Like, I don't think video games gonna be all right for a very long time. So I feel like if for example, he's saying that like they didn't think I was gonna be able to get this far, now he got validation that I can make it, and one day he's gonna get to that place where he's gonna look down over on them and be like, you know, like just doing whatever, you know.
That's the thing. And it's like, man, what makes me laugh about the whole thing, I'm like, dude, me getting in position can be beneficial to the people I know that are also working hard. Why don't you just work hard on something? Because if I can get in position and I'm watching you work, hey man, maybe I can be of assistance. It's not like I'm not, but I'm damn sure not helping nobody that's not helping themselves. God,
come on.
You know? So
yeah.
Well, never mind. No, we shouldn't go down that thread. I don't know what type of, I don't know how. Yeah, I'll leave it alone.
Yeah, but I'm not super religious. I'm not one of those people.
That's factual.
Okay,
if we're not investing into you,
I feel
why
like,
should I?
Yeah, I've met a lot of them that are also gamers, and like they all get stuck at a real similar place too. I just feel like, do we have compassion for them at all? If I can just play the other side here, like, how do you tell the difference between for the people who like think like that? Well, I guess not think like with the Balenciagos or whatever, but like the person that like needs to just stop mashing or like just play this other game, or the ones that you get tired of. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
When you're trying to do your content creation journey and you have people who are like
I didn't think you was going to be able to do that. You doing it now. When you try to give them advice, they don't want to listen. Like you were saying, Wild Hearts, like he wants you to play that game, but you're like, I got stuff I want to do. And it's like, well, what time you wake up? He don't get up to 2 p.m. Like unless he starts waking up early, he's not going to be able to do the things he wants to do.
Yeah. And that's what I said, man. It's so weird when you start actually making this stuff work and you're seeing the fruits of your labor come to fruition. Yep. And people who have a dream but aren't willing, like I said, to take those steps. It almost feels like it's not even just like jealousy and anger, like a ball of mixed negative emotion towards you. And I'm not doing anything to you. I'm just doing what I said that I was going to do. But because you're not willing to take these steps, you have an issue with what I'm doing. And I just don't.
No, I fully agree with what they're saying. I mean, you know, when I first got started with YouTube, I didn't know who I was going to be. I didn't know what I was going to do. I didn't know what community I would create. But 3,000 people later, 766,000 total views later, we're here. And so when I saw this show, Checkpoint the show, I just thought it was really, really cool. Now, like I said, maybe you guys may or may not know this, but Nintendo had an official YouTube channel. So this is called Super Coin Crew. Let's watch. Here we go.
Welcome to Super Coin Crew, where it's non-stop Nintendo. Every week we're bringing you Let's Plays.
Chicken with 2 paws on each control stick, using motion controls.
Oh, and zap
Nice.
this! And zap this! Alfredo!
Oh, that's not where you're supposed to go.
Reviewing the coolest Nintendo products, updating you on news and information directly from Nintendo, and breaking down your favorite Splatoon weapons on our show, Splatistics.
And 107 facts on your favorite Nintendo properties.
Using your special on an empty tank automatically refills it, and you can even hand your bubbler over to your teammates.
Within Super Mario Maker's first week of release, there was over 1 million levels uploaded by players.
Despite their group name, the Squid Sisters, Callie and Marie are actually not sisters. According to Sunken Scroll number 17, Callie and Marie are actually cousins.
So join the coin by subscribing to our channel and let us know what types of Nintendo videos you want to see from us.
So what are you waiting for? Subscribe!
All right, so they've never done live streams, but they have all these videos. And of course, there were 2 hosts. KRI, Krista. So let me see here. So this crew right here, these 2 right here. So Kit and Krista were the hosts of Nintendo Minute, right? And so they have the Kit and Krista podcast. So they used to work for Nintendo. And not to mention, too, if you all remember Nintendo Power, well, Nintendo Power came back as a podcast, but there hasn't been any new episodes. So you're probably wondering, Ray, why are you talking about this? How does Checkpoint the show have anything to do with Kit and Krista's podcast, Nintendo Power podcast, or the fact that there was a YouTube channel called Super Coin Crew? Because what if Nintendo started doing unscripted content, right? Now let's go back to this. This Nintendo Stars company had its business lineup is operation, licensing, and management of ancillary use for films featuring Nintendo property. But what if Braylon's Virtual Tour Live was under Nintendo? Actually, give me a moment. 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 There we go. That's what I'm looking for. So let's just say for a minute, give me a moment. I'm getting back to y'all. Okay, here we go. So let's just say for a moment that Braylon's Virtual Tour Live. Right, Braylon's Virtual Tour Live was on what if Braylon's Virtual Tour Live was on a Nintendo Switch? As of June 30th, 2025, the Nintendo Switch has sold 153.10 million units worldwide. Now, if you all remember the Nintendo Wii, and you guys remember the Nintendo Channel, you remember all the channels and stuff like that, the Everybody Votes channel, the Internet channel, the fact that you can watch Netflix and Hulu Plus, right? Imagine Nintendo start investing in unscripted content. So imagine Checkpoint the Show, right? Imagine, if you will, Checkpoint the Show. Let me go back to it.
Embrace the journey, where each moment turns into
this.
Are video games getting too expensive? This episode, we want to find some common ground because the CEOs want to raise the price even more.
Not with these broken ass games.
$5 million. That's how much San Andreas costs to make. Is it their fault for selling or our fault for buying?
Corporations claim all this stuff. Devs say otherwise.
Sports gamers, cozy gamers, whatever you call the people who play Power Wash Simulator.
I think it stings a little bit more because I'm spending my actual money and my mom is not. Imagine they get rid of all movie theaters and then charge you the same price to watch the same movie at home.
That's like every streaming service. It doesn't have to be the longest of games, but am I having fun with it? This is Lex. I'm Ronell. Let's get right into it.
So imagine Checkpoint being a Nintendo original. Now imagine if Checkpoint the Show aired 5 nights a week on Nintendo Switches worldwide, and let's just say they got 10 million people a night. That would be about 50 million people a week. Now imagine Braylon's Virtual Tour Live or Braylon's Virtual Tour on Nintendo Switches 5 nights a week with the same numbers. That'll be about 50 million people a week, 10 million people a night. So sincerely, I want to show y'all the comment that I gave Checkpoint with the with that episode, because sincerely, it was definitely necessary. It was definitely necessary for my comment. So here is my comment right here. I said this: I just want to say, for this being a new channel, this is high quality. I remember E3 on the G4 network, and I wish NBC Universal would have been smarter about also Consumer Electronics Show, and Comic-Con was also covered on E3 anyway. I loved about this episode how conversational it was, inviting. You made the environment to go to. It felt like 90s television 2025, which is not easy to do. I do believe E3 needs to come back. I do believe E3 does need to come back, that it needs to come back as E3, the Media, Entertainment, and Content Expo. And media, entertainment, content, all use software. There's the time. I have my own YouTube channel. You guys are welcome to come on. I would love to interview you all. I would love to interview you all too. I truly think that this channel is going to grow. Remember your voice, remember your why, but most of all, create content that if you weren't doing this, how would you want to see it? I know this is long. I know this is a long comment, but this I know this is long, but content this good deserves a long comment. So I gotta go in and edit. But that's basically the antithesis of it. I just wanted to thank Lex and Ronell for producing such good quality, and I hope that this review gives them some more traction. Like I said, there are 731 subscribers, but I do believe they will grow. So this is the show. I'm going to drop this. I'm going to drop their channel into the live chat there. So please, 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 please subscribe to Checkpoint the Show. I really think that Ronell and Lex are on the verge of something quite special. I sincerely love being able to bring you guys content in such a way where we can actually be positive, for sure. Give me one moment. Sorry about that, y'all. My mama called in. Yes, indeed. But yes, so that is basically the show. I wanted to show you guys just that great episode, give you guys some context, conjecture, and connection about this. And I do think Nintendo will probably get into unscripted content very, very soon. I mean, if they can curate and create and conjure a whole YouTube channel called Super Coin Crew, I would imagine that Nintendo will be like, hey, Braylon Lee, Ron, and Lex, do you guys want to come on to Nintendo's Entertainment Network? Or do you want to come on the NES, Nintendo Entertainment System? Huh? Tie in. Yes, indeed. I'm going to turn on my camera now because we've done the whole show for over an hour. Yes, we have. Let me edit that comment because that was a little bit wordy. I was doing it voice to text, by the way, everybody. So edit. REMEM, remember. Hang on. There we go. Or not. There we go. There we go. Just had to edit that, but y'all did see the like. Okay, y'all did see the like. But yes, indeed, I just wanted to show y'all that. I hope that Ron and Lex really enjoy this review of their show. You know what I mean? I don't know if anybody else has reviewed their show, but I'm just like, nah, I can't let this great of an episode just be what it is and just chillax and nobody know about it. So yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Well, y'all, that is about it for me. With that being said, to give y'all a daily motivator for this episode, I will say, one thing about checkpoints are just stops along the journey. So always remember that along the way, you will make checkpoints. And some of them will be good checkpoints. Other times it's like, ugh, damn, I'm at this point. But guess what? You're further along than when you start. That's the first thing. The second thing is, always remember, it takes a crew for any dream to come true. You see all these people. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, let's see here. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm gonna count them because they're stores, so they got people. But 15 crew members to make, this thing happen, this show. So always remember, your team is going to be as good as you are, right? So remember, who you surround yourself with can determine your rise or demise, and will determine your rise and demise. But finally, y'all, good work will always be seen, no matter how small you think you are. Good work will always be seen. So shout out to Checkpoint the show. With that being said, it's time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say you want more special, because you will always want to bless and trust. You may not be where you want to be, but by the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Which have been chosen to do wise one thing. Call yourself, it's nothing to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I have spent time with you. You have spent time with me. And hopefully, by spending time together, Ross will be great together. Always remember what you're doing: radio, television, YouTube, living your best life, or just showcasing a show that's got next, and you can say that you were there when they got started. Make sure the replay is not just ready for you to watch it, not just ready to listen to it, but for you want to experience it again. I love you, I value, I embrace you all. Always remember, receive love, you gotta give it, receive love, you gotta give it, receive love, you gotta give it. Wherever obstacles you've overcome, where success you have achieved upon this particular day, I'm extremely proud of you, but no one else is proud of you. Be proud of your damn self. And finally, y'all, listen. Recognize this. Truly, a platform is only as great as your mouth is. So if we can celebrate the bad of us, well, not celebrate the bad of us, but if we can put our energy into the worst of us, let's put the energy into the best of us, because Checkpoint the show is the best of us, and we should be supporting it. One love, much love, all love. I feel love is sending it right back to you. Have a wonderful, wonderful night, everybody. Love you all. Bye-bye.
I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you, and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success, and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you, and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success, and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner.
Good evening. My name is Mark Woodbury. I'm the chairman and CEO of Universal Destinations and Experiences. Well, we're finally here. Tomorrow we begin a new chapter at Universal Orlando Resort as we open Epic Universe. We built this place for you. I want to thank you, our fans, for your love of our stories, characters, and immersive experiences that inspired this incredible place. Epic Universe represents over 8 years of meticulous planning, immense creativity, and innovation, combined with unmatched craftsmanship and operational excellence on the part of thousands of people who have brought to life the stories and characters that live beyond each of Epic's portals. But it represents so much more. Your love of Universal and the deep connections we've shared together here in Orlando over the past 30 years inspired us to dream bigger and to push the boundaries to create something extraordinary for you and for generations of fans and families to come. And tomorrow, as we open Epic Universe, I can't wait for you to experience this place for yourself. Now it's your turn to step inside, to lose yourself, and to share this place with the ones you love most. As we open this park, we hope your world becomes a little more epic. Tomorrow, Epic Universe becomes yours.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe. at Universal Orlando Resort.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.
Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time.
Introducing the greatest escape in the Caribbean, the island you've been waiting for. Welcome to the Great Life on Great Stirrup Cay. This is the greatest pool you've ever seen life, 28,000 square feet of it, and the epic water park life. It's where you can truly experience the whoa life and the floating through paradise life. It's time to escape to a mind-blowing, sky-high tower of water slides and the Here We Go life. Escape to the one more please wherever you please life and kick it into high gear. Escape to where you can kick back and relax. The great life is waiting. Escape to the incredible new Great Stirrup Cay, only with Norwegian Cruise Line.
Are video games getting too expensive? This episode, we want to find some common ground because the CEOs want to raise the price even more.
Not with these broken ass games.
$5 million. That's how much San Andreas costs to make. Is it their fault for selling or our fault for buying?
Corporations claim all this stuff. Devs say otherwise.
Sports gamers, cozy gamers, whatever you call the people who play Power Wash Simulator.
I think it stings a little bit more because I'm spending my actual money and my mom is not. Imagine they get rid of all movie theaters and then charge you the same price to watch the same movie at home.
That's like every streaming service. It doesn't have to be the longest of games, but am I having fun with it? This is Lex. I'm Ronell. Let's get right into it. games getting too expensive? This episode, we want to find some common ground. Are video games getting too expensive? This episode, we want to find some common ground because the CEOs want to raise the price even more.
Not with these broken ass games.
$5 million. That's how much San Andreas costs to make. Is it their fault for selling or our fault for buying?
Corporations claim all this stuff. Devs say otherwise.
Sports gamers, cozy gamers, whatever you call the people who play Power Wash Simulator.
I think it stings a little bit more because I'm spending my actual money and my mom is not. Imagine they get rid of all movie theaters and then charge you the same price to watch the same movie at home.
That's like every streaming service. It doesn't have to be the longest of games, but am I having fun with it? This is Lex. I'm Ronell. Let's get right into it. Are video games getting too expensive? This episode, we want to find some common ground because the CEOs want to raise the price even more.
Not with these broken ass games.
$5 million. That's how much San Andreas costs to make. Is it their fault for selling or our fault for buying?
Corporations claim all this stuff. Devs say otherwise.
Sports gamers, cozy gamers, whatever you call the people who play Power Wash Simulator.
I think it stings a little bit more because I'm spending my actual money and my mom is not. Imagine they get rid of all movie theaters and then charge you the same price to watch the same movie at home.
That's like every streaming service. It doesn't have to be the longest of games, but am I having fun with it? This is Lex. I'm Ronell. Let's get right into it. Are video games getting too expensive? This episode, we want to find some common ground because the CEOs want to raise the price even more.
Not with these broken ass games.
$5 million. That's how much San Andreas costs to make. Is it their fault for selling or our fault for buying?
Corporations claim all this stuff. Devs say otherwise.
Sports gamers, cozy gamers, whatever you call the people who play Power Wash Simulator.
I think it stings a little bit more because I'm spending my actual money and my mom is not. Imagine they get rid of all movie theaters and then charge you the same price to watch the same movie at home.
That's like every streaming service. It doesn't have to be the longest of games, but am I having fun with it? This is Lex. I'm Ronell. Let's get right into it.